Shalom, Israel. We're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, where we are led by the amazing Commanding General YAHANNA. You understand? And this is the ISUPK Port Arthur / Beaumont Friday Lashawan Qadash class. Lashawan Qadash, meaning holy tongue, is the Hebrew. That's what Lashawan Qadash is. As we know, Adam in the Bible, he got the Lashawan Qadash from looking at the stars, pretty much from the Most High. So that's where Lashawan Qadash comes from, and it is our culture. As Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, speaking Hebrew is our culture. That's the language that we used to speak before we were in captivity. English, Spanish, and Creole are languages that we got from our captors. You know what I'm saying? Our oppressors. We got those languages forced upon us. Hebrew, or the Lashawan Qadash, the Holy Tongue, is the language that we originally spoke. And that's what we do in this class. In this Friday Lashawan Qadash class, we dive back into our culture and we study the ancient Hebrew. We learn how to read, write, and even speak the ancient Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? We take this serious, getting into our culture, because you can tell that the I.S.U.P.K takes this serious, because all officers in the I.S.U.P.K are trained priests that are familiar with the Lashawan Qadash. They could read. You could give them these ancient characters, a word in Hebrew, and not in translation, but a word in the ancient Hebrew, and they'll be able to sound it out and tell you what that word says. We read. All officers know how to read and speak in the ancient, speak and write in the ancient Hebrew. And that's what we go over. This is our culture. We should want to learn how to do this. As Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, this is what our ancestors did. So really, we're just diving into our culture. So we're gonna start off today's class how we start off every class, and we're gonna go over the alphabet, the Hebrew alphabet. I'm gonna aim the camera at the chart. This is the Hebrew alphabet. These 22 characters make up the Hebrew alphabet. All words in Hebrew derive from these characters. We're going to go over them now, starting with A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Cha, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Tza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Th. That's the Hebrew alphabet. All these letters we just went over. Below is the same thing as the Hebrew alphabet as well, A through Th, but this is the ancient Assyrian. You might see extra letters right here. That's because in the ancient Assyrian, when written in the Hebrew, the ancient Assyrian, certain letters, for if a word ends in these letters, it has a different character, a different symbol for the letter if it ends in these letters. So that's why we have that here. But it's 22 characters in here as well. All right. Today's class is not going to be anything too difficult. It's going to be one of those basic classes. I know I've been turning it up a little bit as of late. We went over numbers. We went over we've been doing a lot with numbers. I can't recall what I did last week, but there've been a lot of intermediate level classes. Today's class is going to be a lot more basic. We're just going to go over some colors. It's always These classes are always good for your notes, but to basic classes like today, they'll be easier to remember and you can use in day-to-day language. Like we sometimes use in the I.S.U.P.K. We just throw Hebrew into our regular talking. Like I might say "Khan," which means yes, "Khan, sir," yes, sir, or "No sweat," no, or "No, no, thank you." "La'ah" means no, or "Tawada" means thank you. You know what I'm saying? That's what today's class is gonna be. We're gonna go over some colors, so you'll just know what the color, how to say that color in Hebrew, and also how to write it down and read that color as well. So we're gonna go over that now. All right. The first color I'm gonna go over is black. Don't give me that black is not a color, it's a shade. Black is my favorite color. And if you are a trooper in the I.S.U.P.K, you know all about wearing black. How to say black in Hebrew is shachar. And I have a sentence that I'm gonna give us. Of course, I'm gonna write that in the Hebrew ancient paleo, but I want to write this sentence as well. And these sentences that we put on the board and then translate to ancient Hebrew is good for our practicing. If we know the verbalization, the words that it says, how to those words in Hebrew, then we should know how to write the Hebrew characters after that alphabet we just went through. All words come from those 22 characters. But this is the sentence that we're gonna translate. Black as the night is black. This is one of those Judite sentences, pretty much saying black is all ever. Black is the night is black. That means you're really black. But how to say this in Hebrew? Let me get a different color. Shachawar. Kamwa. It's like not Kamwa, Kamal. Shahalayala. 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 Shachawar. And if we've been watching these classes, we can see that the root word in shachawar is shachar. So this is black. This is a past tense. Well, if this is past tense for being black, it is for the it's past tense for being identified as the color shakar, because we put that wa at the end of it. You conjugate it with wa, and the wa being at the end makes it past tense. So it's saying it's pretty much describing something as black, but it's using the tense as well. That's what it's conjugated as. This is shakar conjugated to shakawar. So black, kamal. Here, let me look up Kamal. I believe Shahalyallah is night. So Kamal, give me 1 second, Israel Salaki. Kamal means at thus or so. So this is as and black as the night. Layala is night. Shalayala is the conjugations. Sha meaning which, and ha meaning the, which the night. Layala, which the night. So black as which the night. Sha, which the night. And there is no is because this is a British language, Hebrew. This is direct language rather. So black is which the night is black. Shakawar, Kamal, Shahalayala, Shakawar. Black as the night is black. So now, this wouldn't be a Hebrew class if we didn't practice the ancient Hebrew. So we're going to write these words in the ancient Hebrew. Starting with Shakar. That's how you write Shakar in Hebrew. You have the Sha, the Cha, and the Ra. Two connectors, one under the Sha, because there's one syllable, and then one connecting the Cha and the Ra, Sakar. So two connectors, two syllables, Shakar. And there it is in the Assyrian. Now we're going to write this sentence down. Black as the night is black. Shakawar, Kamal, Shahalayala, Shakawar. All right. right. So there we have it. Black as the night is black. Shakawar, Kamal, Shahalayala, Shakawar. And the ancient Paleo up top with our connectors, and the ancient Assyrian down below. So I'll give you a second to get that for your notes. And at the end of class, I'm going to put all of the colors up. I've been doing that as of late, pretty much like a last screenshot of everything we went over in class. So I'm going to have a screenshot of all the colors, but this section right here is able so you could get this right here, pretty much those sentences that we have. This is good too, but I'm going to put that up at the end of class with all of the colors. But this is really what this part is, the sentence. So we have this sentence right here, learning how to write our sentences and our words in these symbols or these characters, these letters, is what this is all about. That's how we dive into our culture, to learn how to read the ancient Hebrew, as our ancestors wrote and read as well. So that's Shakar, black. The next color that I'm gonna have, we just did black, so I'm gonna go to the opposite side of the alternate side and do white. And how to say white in Hebrew is Laban. And the sentence that I'm going to write in Hebrew for Laban is, the cloud is white. This is the blazing of the summer right now. So we wish for them clouds that are blocking out the sun. Big fluffy clouds. And how to say the cloud is white in Hebrew is Ha'ainan Laban. The cloud. And I remember this is direct language. So words like is, we know if we have this, if this word in Hebrew, the cloud, and we have right, and it's in the same sentence, then we know is they're correlated. Those two words are related to each other. There's no words like these little filler words like is. Pretty much the cloud white. The cloud is white. That's how you say it in Hebrew. So I'm gonna write that down. Double check just to make sure I'm on top of it. Yep, Ha'ainan Laban. And here, Ha'ainan, the word I9, this is the root word, and this word right here, I9. I9 is cloud, and just like in our other sentence, it's a prefix, which means the. So the cloud, I9. I9 cloud, the cloud, Laban, white. I9 Laban. So now we're going to get into the fun part, writing it in the Hebrew. First, Laban. All right, here we have Laban. The la, the ba, and the na. But two connectors, one connector under the la, and then another connector under the ba and the na, making it ban. Laban. That's in the ancient Paleo. And now in the Assyrian, we have Laban, but na at the end is one of those letters that's different at the end of the word. So it's a different symbol than it is in the middle of the word. So na at the end gives it that particular symbol or letter rather. So Laban. Now we're gonna write our sentence. Pretty short and sweet sentence. Ainan Laban. All right. Ainan Laban. And here we got it in the ancient Paleo first. I, nan, two nus at the end, nan, making it one connector, nan, a connector under connector under I, and then a connector after the na, making it nan, I, nan, and then Laban, just like up there. But here we can see in the ancient Assyrian what I was just talking about, because we have two nus at the end. The na in the middle of the sentence looks like that, and the na at the end of the not sentence, but the na in the middle of the word looks like that, and the na at the end of the word looks like that. That going down underneath the start of the bottom of the word, going down further below. So I'll leave that for a second. You can always be kind and rewind and get this for your notes. All right. The next color I'm going to do is red. Red is a special color in Hebrew because, as we know, the story of Jacob and Esau, they were brothers, pretty much twin brothers, but one was born first, which made him the elder. But one brother was born red and hairy, and they called him. They named him. It was told when they were in the womb that there would be two nations. And the red and hairy brother that came out, his nation was Edom, or the nation of Edom, which in Hebrew is Adawam. And that's the color red, Adawam. So Adawam translates to Edom in English, which is the nation of Esau, the red people. We know who are the oppressors of our people and the devil that the Bible speaks of. But that's neither here nor there. Today we're just going over our Hebrew, our language. So the sentence that I'm gonna use for red, Adawam, is red means stop. Because red doesn't only just mean the not complexion, but the appearance here. Red is not only the appearance of our oppressor, but red also is in other things as well. And it's a pretty color when used correctly, but it's used to mean stop a lot of the times, like in traffic. So that's the sentence we're gonna use. Red means stop. How to say this in Hebrew is Adawam Parawashwa. Yeah, give me 1 second. Salaki. La'ai. So it's Adawam Parawashwa La'ai. Let me get that up on the board. All right, red means stop. So here we have red, Adawam, Pawarashwa. The root word in this is parash, which parash means to specify. And here we have these conjugations. We have this making it present tense, the wa in the middle, and it's Slovakia. I couldn't tell you why there's a wa at the end. I do know that wa at the end means past tense. But the root word for pawarashwa is parash, and the conjugate in the middle would mean is present tense, which means red currently means stop. But the what at the end, I'm gonna have to come back to you on that. But that's the word for specify. Red is specifying, or I guess it's both. It's now and already been done. So red means and has always meant. I'm gonna come back next week to clarify that. But red means specifies and has always specified to stop, la'ai tazawar, which means to cease or to halt. Give me 1 second. It's like not to halt, but to restrain. La'ai tazawar means to restrain. So red means and always meant restraint. Red means stop. So that's what we do when we see this red stop sign. Now we're gonna put this in the ancient Hebrew. So Adawam Adawam. Da, and wa, and ma. The wa and the ma connected, so it has a connector under those two, making it wam, Adawam. That's the Paleo, and in the Assyrian, we have Adawam, and ma is different from how it is in the middle of letters or words. It's a full box. In the middle of the words, the ma has an open box at the end, but at the end of the word, the ma has a closed box. So that's Adawam in the Hebrew. Now we're going to write the sentence. Red means stop. All right. So there we have it. Red means stop. Adawam, Pawa, Rashwa, La'ai Tazawar. Up top in the ancient Paleo with our connectors, and down below in the ancient Assyrian. The ancient Assyrian doesn't have connectors. That's the difference between the ancient Paleo and the ancient Assyrian. When writing in the Hebrew, when writing the ancient Paleo, we have to remember that we have to add our connectors. Our connectors helps us with the pronunciation of the word. But with the ancient Assyrian, we just have to remember that some words in some letters are different when they end in the word rather than being in the middle of the word. And ma is one of them. Ma is different at the end of the word because it ends in ma. And that letter looks different than if it were to begin with ma or ma being in the middle of the word. So that's really all you got to do for that. Or remember those rules for those two different. It's the same language, but just different. We were in different captivities, so it's a different alphabet. Red Adawam. All right, I'm going to move to the next color. The next color, we did black, Shakar. We did white, Laban. And we did red, Adawam. So the next color that I'm going to do, I want to do green. White and black are almost like opposites, just like red and green are kind of like opposites. Although for some reason we always think of the opposite of red being blue. I'm just gonna do it because my sentence is kind of opposite. We had our sentence red means go for I'm sorry, red means stop for Hebrew and for the color red. So for this, I'm gonna have green means go. But how to say green in Hebrew is Yarawak. Yarawak. And the sentence, like I just said, green means go. That's the sentence we're gonna use. So it's pretty much gonna be the same sentence with two different words. So green means go would be Yarawak. Warashwa or Warash. Lulakar. Lulakar. Slakia. Lulakar. So we know that stop is you can always be kind to rewind, but stop was la tazawar and go is lalakaf. And we have pawar washwa. Again, I'm gonna have clarification on this in the my next class when I speak to the men above me. But I believe I know parash is the root word meaning to specify, but these conjugations, why it has one at the end, a was, because we know putting a was in the middle makes it present tense. And we know from that same those tense rules, a was at the end will make it past tense. Why it has a was in the middle and the end, I have to get clarification on. I believe it means it currently is and always has been to specify, but I'm going to definitely get clarification. But I know this means to specify. Green specifies go. Yarawak, Pawarashwa, Lalakaf. Green means go. Now we're going to get it in the ancient Hebrew. So Yarawak. Yarawak. That's how you write it in Hebrew. Yarawak. We have the ya, the ra, the wa, and the qua. The wa and the qua connected with one connector, making it wak. Yarawak. There we have it in the ancient Assyrian. Now let's write the sentence. All right. So there we have it in the ancient Paleo and ancient Assyrian. Yerawak, Pawarashwa, Lalakaf. And here, this begins, let's Pawarashwa, it begins with Pa. And we remember that Pa is one of those letters that has a different, that looks different at the end of a word than the beginning of the word in the ancient Assyrian down below. So it begins with it. So it looks that way when it begins. It would go all this bottom portion of the letter would go be a straight line going down underneath the word if it was at the end of the word. So there you have that for your notes. Green, Yarawak. So far we've got white, Slaki. We have black, Shachar, white, Laban. So Shachar on Laban. And then we have red, Adawam, and green, Yarawak. Adawam and Yarawak, red and green. All right, so you can always be kind and rewind. Get that for your notes. The next color that I'm going to do is blue. We can't leave out blue. We're doing a class on colors. We got to do blue. Blue is almost part of our culture itself. We're told we're supposed to wear fringes. In the Old Testament, how we were told to wear fringes to remember our culture, we have to have them with the border of blue. And blue is such a beautiful color also. It's one of my favorites. All right. But blue is not as easy to remember as red or even green, rather, because it's kind of hard to pronounce. But it's Kakawal. 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 Because the K-A we pronounce as K, but the C-H-A-A we roll it. Ka. Kakawal. That's how you say blue. We're going to have a simple sentence for blue. The sky is blue. You can already tell from this sentence how simple it is. It's only going to be two words. The sky and blue. Because we don't have is in Hebrew. This is a direct language. It's almost brutish, like how you might see in movies how it be you know what I'm saying? Those tribal people say, "Woman, come now, now, girl, come over here, girl, come right over here." It'd be, "Woman, come now." A direct language, a brutish almost. So the sky is blue would be the sky blue. The sky is blue. So the sky would be Hashemayim, and blue, Kakawayim. Now I'll explain why it's pluralized in a second. So Hashemayim, and blue, Kawal, Yum. So Hashemayim, Ha meaning the, Shemayim meaning sky. We know that Shemayim means heavens. So also means sky, as it was used in the scriptures, the firmament, you know what I'm saying, the firmament that separated the heavens. we have the almost like layers on the earth. The outside of the earth is the heavens, space, and then we have the ozone layer, that layer of firmament, and then we have air, you know what I'm saying, the sky, that layer of firmament, and then we have the water, that layer of firmament. And all of those are used, those layers of firmament that I just spoke of, those are referenced to by Shemayim, which also it means sky, it means waters, and it also means heaven. But here in this sentence, Hashemayim means the sky. And then we have Kakawayim, which means blue, but plural. So we had to put that yum at the end of blue to make it plural, because Hashemayim, the sky, or the skies, we have the yum at the end of Hashemayim, and the skies are plural. Like I said, the firmaments. That's how it was used in the Hebrew, in the Bible. So the skies are blue. The blue is pluralized because it's talking about the multiple skies. So Kakawayim, Kakawayim. Hashemayim, Kakawayim. The sky is blue. As I'm explaining these sentences, you know what I'm saying, that's something to just keep watching these classes and get an understanding of the language. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying, something to remember is the colors of what I'm putting on the top of the board. We got black, white, red, green, and blue. Shakar, Laban, Adawam, Yarawak, and Kakawal. Those are our colors. And I'm going to write them down at the end of class also. But now we're going to get into what I'm going to do is write it in the Hebrew. Kakawal. Here you have it. Kakawal. The ka, the ha, the wa, and the la. Ka have one connector, ha has one connector, and the wa and the la have one connector. They can get wall. Ka, ha, wall. And there it is in the Assyrian. Now we're going to write our sentence. Hashemayim. Hashemayim. Let me see if I spell Hashemayim right. Slakia, Israel. And I did it. I'm glad I caught that. There's 2 years. When writing these connectors, I was able to connect. I was able to catch that I misspelled it because the pronunciation didn't sound correct. Remember, in writing the ancient Paleo, the pronunciation has to deal with the connectors and why certain letters, the sounding of certain multiple letters or no letters or one letter is connected or not. And it didn't look correct. So that's how I realized it was incorrect. So there's 2 years in Hashemayim. All right. So there we have it. And here we got Hashemayim, Chakawayim. Hashamai, connector under my, and a connector under yum. Hashemayim, Hashemayim, Kakawal. Kakawayim. It's like Hashemayim, Kakawayim. Kakawayim. And here you see in the Assyrian, there's a mud in the middle of the word and a mud at the end of the word. The mud at the middle of the word is open in the bottom, and the mud at the end of the word is closed at the bottom. So it's a complete square. So that's another example of those the rule for the ancient Assyrian, how the letters change. Some certain letters change at the end of a word rather than the middle of the word. So there you have it. Blue, kakawal. The sky is blue. Hashemayim, kakawayim. All right, I'm gonna do one more color, and then I'm gonna put all of the colors that we went over and a couple of other colors on the board. I'm out of time. Slovakia. So I'm gonna just put all of the colors that we went over and a couple more colors on the board in the Hebrew for them. That's all I have enough time for. And you can get this, be kind to rewind to get this for your notes. The sky is blue, but now I'm gonna put all of the colors on the board for our notes. So what colors did we go over? Over black, over white, over red, over green, over blue, and the two colors that I'm going to add are purple and gold. Now those colors, they have a bad connotation. Gold you can definitely use. You'll definitely be able to use in your day-to-day language, and purple even too. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we mix Hebrew when we're coming into this language for starters. We mix Hebrew with English because we know how to speak English fluently, and we're learning how to speak Hebrew. So to say something purple that we don't like, we could say sakhalat, or I'll get into it shortly how to say it. But yeah, I'm gonna do purple and gold. Salakia, Akiam, and I don't want if I offend you for picking those last two colors. But yeah, as we know, you know what I'm saying, we have people that are represented by those colors, and they do work against the work of the Lord. Not only are they doing a disservice to the Lord, but they're working against the work of the Lord. And I'm not even going to go too much into it, but that's what it is. There's still colors, and we can still use them. Purple more so than gold. But black, shachar. White, laban. Red, adawam. Green, Yerawak. Blue, Kakawal. Purple, like I said, we can use this color. It's Thakalaf. You can say the Thakalaf police, purple police. Before I came into the truth, purple used to be one of my favorite colors, but now it just has a horrible connotation with it. But it's Thakalaf. Thakalaf. And gold, I believe, is Hazahab. Tazahab, Slaki. Tazahab. All right. So I'm going to write these in Hebrew as quick as I can, and that'll be it for today's lesson. We know some colors in that. Shakawar. It's Shakar, Slaki. Shakawar is how we write in our sentences when we're describing black. So it's just Shakar. White, Laban. Red, Arawam. Green, Yarawak. Blue, Kakawal. Purple, Sakala. And gold, Tazahab. All right. There you have it. I'm going to zoom in a second so you can always be kind and rewind right here. I have this for your notes. It gets a little small writing at Tazahab, so Salakia, but we have it. And if you're able to remember what we went over in the beginning of class, those 22 characters in the Hebrew, you see the verbalization for Tazahab. So you should be able to write Tazahab, even though you don't see it correct to the fullest extent at the bottom. Yeah, we're going to close with that. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, where we are led by the amazing Commanding General YAHANNA. And we're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Barak Atham. And to the sisters, Shalom, Yahweh Alatan, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.